What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of The Road to Glory. The team on the screen is the next game we're going into, our final 10 FUT Champs games. I know what you're thinking, like, wait, what? It's Wednesday, why are we seeing FUT? I know, I think, I don't know how I'm going to do it in the future. We'll talk about that in a second. But first of all guys, if we could drop a thumbs up, let's try and get a regular minimum 5,000 likes. I would appreciate that. I would appreciate at least 5k of you. I mean, already we usually get 3 to 5k, but let's like next levels. You know what I mean? Let's next levels this like thing by pressing like would be great. Now, Facecam will be returning from tomorrow. My Facecam is arriving today at some point from Amazon. The new camera. Well, I need a new Logitech camera. Because this one just keeps freezing and giving me a red screen as if it's not plugged in. I have to unplug it and plug it back in to get there. So the situation we were in, we had a really bad start to FUT Champs, 8 wins, 4 losses. We pulled it back to 15 wins and 5 losses. I then let myself down again, and I'm 21 wins and 9 losses, which means I need to go 8 wins and 2 losses out of the last 10 to be able to make it to Elite. And although we had a nice little run at the start, I lost very early on, I believe. I think I lost the second or third game. I lost the second game in that, so I needed to win 7 of my last 8 to make Elite. And you're going to have to watch the gameplay to see if I did that. And I know there's some questions about, hey, I thought you didn't want to make Elite. I thought you wanted to stop. You said on Twitter that you wanted to stop at Gold or what? You're right, I did. But my opinions and my thoughts, they change. I progress. I evolve. And you'll find out a bit more about that at the end of the video when we go into the live section. Now I've got some fantastic questions once again from you guys in the comment section. In the first one, oh, by the way, I'll say I don't particularly like read too much into this kind of stuff, right? Because ultimately I think this series is very good, and I think you guys enjoy it thoroughly. But there was a thread on Reddit about AA9 skills, and for some reason people were talking about me and my series in there. Well, not even for some reason, people were just talking about their favourite YouTubes and such. And there was not a lot per se, but enough to make me talk about it in this video. Enough people that were saying that a lot of what I say is repetitive, and a lot of what I do is the same. And some of the most notable things were the fact that I say quite a lot that I could have got 34 or 35 wins if I had played my better FIFA, or if this hadn't happened, or if that hadn't happened. And on reflection, I can see. I know I repeat something sometimes, but sometimes I feel like what I'm about to say now is going to be me repeating something, which is ironic in itself. Yeah, I know I repeat something sometimes, but it is for when new viewers arise. But I wasn't aware that I did it like with certain things that aren't really relevant to viewers. So I apologise. I'm going to make a mental note of trying to really move past similar, same and identical topics by getting the information out either very quickly where it's relevant, or just ignoring the information altogether if it's irrelevant. However, I would also like to put forward the fact that, you know, when I talk about FUT Champs, because each week is a new week of FUT Champs, so when I talk about this set of 40 games, at the end I could reflect, and let's say I got 30 wins this week and I lost 4 games on penalty shootouts. I could then reflect that, hey, if I sorted my penalties out, maybe I would get 5. Maybe I'd win those 4 penalty shootouts and I'd finish on 34 wins. I would want to talk about that, because to me that's interesting and intriguing. If to you guys it's not, then so be it. But again, I apologise. It's too late to. I apologise if me talking about the same stuff sometimes gets a little bit repetitive and boring. I will try. I will make a mental note, and I will try and fresh it up. Now, the game that you're seeing on screen now, this guy, I recognise his name, right? Malibu X5. Initially, when I first saw the team and saw his name, I did think this is a top 100 guy. He must just be playing with a weak team as a test. But I searched on FUTWiz. He's never been in the top 100. But I know him. I know that gamer tag. I know that person. And he absolutely demolished me. Fair play to him. He was just a far better player than me, you know. He was using a team of meta players, but the very low-end cheap meta players, and just goes to show, team means nothing. Not nothing. Sorry. Team means nothing if you're an incredible player. So when you match up against a super team, if you're just a better player than them, doesn't really matter what your team is, you should probably beat them. But yeah, I got absolutely worked by Malibu X5. If anyone does know who he is, or if I'm just clutching at straws, thinking that he's in top 100, let me know. I'd like to know. But anyway, moving on to some questions. Wizard of Urzil says, "Hey Nep, do you reckon it would be a good idea that when Team of the Season comes around, that if somebody with a Player of the Month card got a Team of the Season, there would be an SBC where you had to put the Player of the Month and then a high-rated team with it, and in return you got the Team of the Season card? I thought this would be a good idea, otherwise Player of the Month Lukaku, who was bought out so recently, would be pointless for most people if he has a Team of the Season coming in a month's time." And he says, "Please like NepentheZ, keep up the good work, loving the content, my favourite channel on YouTube by far." Well, I appreciate the kind words, dude. I don't think that would be a fair thing to do, because then people who didn't do Player of the Month can't get that Team of the Season card, and that's not fair. You can't say, to make the people who spent coins on Lukaku not have wasted those coins, they can trade Player of the Month Lukaku for a Team of the Season Lukaku. They would have had to make that information known before Player of the Month Lukaku, so that people could be like, okay, let me do this as well then, even though I'm not really going to use him or care for him, I'll be able to trade him in. I don't think that would be a fair SBC. I don't think that would be a good SBC either. I hope that for Team of the Season, my vision is one of two things. My vision is EA are either going to drop Team of the Season packs instead of Team of the Week packs, and what they'll do, in my opinion, then would be to do them so that they are locked to the Team of the Season that they are released in. Because you remember last year we started getting 23 players per league, right? When you get a Team of the Week pack right now, you also get 23 players that you can get 11 players out of. Some of them are bronze and silver, mostly gold. So if they do it for Team of the Season, very similarly, where there will be 23 Team of the Season, even if a BPL Team of the Season drops and somebody gets an Ultimate Team of the Week pack, a Team of the Season pack, they've only got 3 Team of the Season cards coming out of all of those Team of the Seasons, and you might just get the bottom end ones. And especially if there are like 2 Team of the Seasons in at once, which there are sometimes, that they'll do the Premiership and like the J League or something, you might end up getting a J League Team of the Season. So I hope that they keep FUT Champs and they release Team of the Season packs instead of Team of the Week packs, but I hope that they're like lockable to the week, so that people can't just save them and then wait until the ultimate Team of the Season is out, where EA release all the best players only, and then people open them, because that would just ruin the market. But that's what I hope. Alternatively, I hope, and we mentioned this before, I hope that they do tournaments to win Team of the Season players like they did last year, or SBCs to win. Like last year, they did the tournaments to win the Castro and the Gonalons and the Sané, and they also did the tournaments for the footies. This year, probably because it makes them more money, they're probably going to do SBCs for that same thing. So there'll be one Team of the Season that has an SBC. I don't think, I'm sure there'll be a function where you can put in your Player of the Month Lukaku if you absolutely wanted, but I don't think that would be wise. I think that there'll be like quite low-end SBCs, affordable ones that everyone can pretty much complete and get themselves a really nice card for doing so. And I think that'd be quite fun, because it'll be good for the game. Team of the Season SBCs will be good for the market. It'll keep everything fresh. And it will give the opportunity for EA to give someone a Team of the Season card who might just have fallen short for one reason or another. And perfect prime example for me comes to mind of someone like Mane. Now, I know Mane would actually be super high rated. But because Mane's now going to be out for the rest of the season, he's going to miss about a quarter of the season. Just under a quarter of the season. So he actually might miss out on the Team of the Season card, because he was injured for the rest of it, even though he's had an incredible 3/4 of a season. So with that in mind, and look at that goal from Torres as well. What a strike that was. So with that in mind, they might. I hope they do. If they keep FUT Champs, I hope they make it to be Team of the Season packs. And if they, even if they don't keep FUT Champs, I hope they do either tournaments or SBCs that allow us to get Team of the Season cards throughout those SBCs. Next comment is from JT Atri. Says, hey Nep, so recently I had a major problem regarding FUT Champs. I'm a Division 1 player and I've won the title numerous times and I find the daily knockout tournaments to be extremely easy. However, when it comes to Weekend League, I can barely achieve Silver 1. My players feel slow, they take bad touches, they can't pass straight, and my defense feels wide open at all times. Even if I'm on the defensive tactic. I do not believe in scripting, so I don't believe that scripting is the reason behind this. Could it be immense input lag, or is there something else going on? Perhaps it's just my mentality, but I do not believe that to be the case. Any help would be greatly appreciated. Thanks for reading. Have a wonderful day. I mean, ultimately, dude, I don't have the answer. I couldn't just say it's you, or it's the gameplay, or it's your opponent. You know what I mean? Because I don't get to see your gameplay. I don't get to see the connections, the teams you come up against. I don't know what your team is. But in general, if you're able to win Div 1 and daily knockouts easy, and then you immediately go to FUT Champs and say that your players feel slow and take bad touches and can't pass straight, like immediately you're blaming the game. I was interestingly having a conversation with AA last night about this, about getting better at the game, about making, breaking your own boundaries, because obviously he went 40-0 on his road on his main account, and then this past weekend he went 38-2 on his Road to Glory account with a team that is very affordable by almost everyone. And one of the reasons why he does so well is because he doesn't blame the game for when things go wrong. He reacts to what's wrong. And one of the things that we were talking about, one of the things that we were discussing, which is what I was doing on stream the other day, is finding out why what happened and rectifying it. So, like, one thing that I see a lot in the FIFA community, with streamers, with people on YouTube, and with myself indeed as well, I'm not exclusive to this, I do this myself a lot, is I see people do the same thing over and over, expecting a different result from doing that thing. For example, I see people sometimes making a pass that in theory should work, because there's a lane open, the men are open, the angles are correct, and from a footballing brain outside of a video game, the pass should work. But for some reason in FIFA, the pass either always gets intercepted or always gets overrun. Like sometimes when you do the through ball, for example, and it always goes to the keeper. Yet people continue to do that through ball and continue to get mad at the game and think, oh, this game's screwing me. But the situation is actually where the game is going to do that 9 times out of 10. On the odd occasion, that through ball might work for you and you might get on the end of it, but most likely that through ball is not going to work, yet you continue to try it. So there's a lot of times where the person playing just is so quick to blame the mishaps in the game instead of taking responsibility for what went wrong and trying to rectify it. And one of my biggest problems is, and I actually know what my problem is, and I struggle to rectify it. My biggest problem is that I select my defenders all the time and I run them out. I manually switch to my centre backs. I run them 10 yards up the field. I break the shape of the team. I give my opponents easy possession, and I get angry at that. And that's a my thing. So hopefully I can rectify that, going forwards this week, next year, next game, next decade, whenever. But for yourself, if your players feel slow and take bad touches, stops, again, it's so hard to give an answer instantly, because I don't know how you're playing. I can't see your gameplay, but I would say stop sprinting. Just slow your game down. Take your time. If they can't pass straight, if your players are screwing up in a 40-game session through FUT Champs, trust me, you are the problem. It's not the game. It's not like you can't say, daily knockouts is extremely easy and Division 1 you're able to win it. You've won it numerous times, but in FUT Champs all of a sudden nothing goes right. That just can't happen. You know what I mean? There has to be a reasonable explanation for it. And because the game doesn't know that you've won Division 1 or that you've won the daily knockout very easily. You know what I mean? It's not out to get you. What I will say as well is the daily knockouts are just generally remarkably easy. Even for people who just aren't very good at the game. Now, because people can only win it one time and then they're then they're unable to play it anymore, it means that the pool of players in the daily knockout tournament, as time goes on, gets weaker and weaker and weaker, which means more and more bad people are qualifying and more bad people are in the daily knockout. So to win the daily knockout with ease, you might be playing the day. You genuinely might have just an overall issue in the game, right? It might be a situation where your internet service provider is screwing you, or you're connected to the wrong server on EA. And what's happening is, because you're a decent player, a good player, a great player, potentially, in Daily Knockout, you don't feel these problems as much because the caliber of player you're playing against is so bad that you're able to overcome these kind of bad things without even recognizing that they're there. And the same could be said in Division 1. Division 1 at this stage in FIFA, and because the rewards are generally worthless, Division 1 is quite easy this year. Especially now, just because of the fact that so many people have pushed their way up into Division 1, because when Weekend League's on, all the people that couldn't qualify for the Weekend League are playing Divisions, because there's no tough people in Divisions because they're all playing Weekend League. So what you get is a kind of a false sense of stature, and a lot of people who are bad make it into the higher divisions. And as we well know, as was proven, when you're in Division 1, you don't only just play against people in Division 1, you do play against people outside of that division as well. So again, it could be a situation, whereas the fact that you win Division 1 numerous times would also indicate that you don't win it every time, that you potentially bounce between Division 1 and 2, or you potentially hold or win Division 1. It could just, again, be a situation where your overall connection is really bad, or maybe you're playing on Wi-Fi, maybe your ISP bottlenecks you during certain times of the day, which causes you problems. Maybe you just got bad connection to the EA servers all the time, and during divisions and daily knockouts, you're absolutely able to just overcome these mishaps because you're so much better than your opponents. But then when it comes to FUT champs, the connection problems poses real problems because you're playing against very, very good people. That could be a reason. What I would ask is, and I did this on stream and I thought it was really successful, and I wouldn't mind doing it on video as well if I can get the right setup right. If you have a game where you think something is untoward, and I don't just mean you, JT, Atri, I mean anyone that's watching this video right now, if you have the capabilities to record a full game, and you think that something's happening in the game, be it scripting, be it momentum, be it handicap, whatever you think is the issue, please record your game. Record your. Let me know. I want record your team, and then your opponent's team as you go into the game, and the whole game, and then save what you've got, and give me some context. Let me know what you felt was wrong, why you felt was wrong, and then I can watch the game. And I can analyse the game and show you what was wrong. And whilst this is something that seemed to come up a lot in the stream when I was doing it, is people were questioning who am I to give people advice? And I agree on that sentiment in many aspects. Because I'm unable to get Elite 1 and I'm unable to get top 100 and I'm unable to go 40 wins out of 40, it reduces the credentials of my opinion above somebody else's opinion. However, my lack of being able to go those things isn't because of my lack of knowledge, but just because of my lack of ability to be able to apply the knowledge that I have. So in that sense, I can easily, comfortably watch your guys' gameplay and actually show you where you're going wrong to make you a better player, even though I don't necessarily take that advice on board myself. I'm literally like a football coach, and I'm not saying I'm a football coach. I'm not saying I have the skill set of a football coach, but in a sense that Arsene Wenger is probably the wrong choice to make given Arsenal's current run of form. But Arsene Wenger coached Thierry Henry from being a good player to being one of the best players in our generation. And Arsene Wenger was not one of the best players in our generation. So you don't need to be the best to be able to see where people are going wrong and where they can improve. So I would like to do that with you guys. I would like to watch your gameplays and just in general show you, not because I might show something to one person's gameplay that might benefit other people as well. They might be like, oh damn, I do that all the time too. I want to change that. So that's where we're at. But anyway, guys, after this gameplay is finished, I managed to pull out the 8 wins. I needed 7 wins and 1 loss. And I got the 1 loss, which was on penalties in a game that I kind of controlled, and just really, really bad defending on my part that let my opponent back into the game. But I ended up getting the 29 wins. And I was actually quite happy, guys, to get to Elite. Just because with 8 games remaining, needing 7 wins, I was sitting there thinking, I've got no chance. But I worked, I grind hard, I got the wins. And I was ultimately very, very happy to pick up the Elite for the week, because next week's Team of the Week is going to be very, very good. Well, tomorrow, wait, what day is it today? yeah, today's team of the week. Today's team of the week is going to be good. So the elite pack is going to be great. But anyway, guys, this is going to be the end of the gameplay. Let's get into the live. Okay, guys, so I ended up going to elite. I won the 8 games out of the 10 that was required, which obviously I'm very happy about. I lost one of them on penalties to a guy I demolished the whole game. I was so upset with myself that I lost the game, but that's FIFA for you, isn't it, really? You know, you can't win them all. I got 8-2 this run, 9-1 in the second set of 10 games, and then I was literally, what was I after the first 10 games? I think I was 8-4 after 12, and then, I can't remember, but I got 6 wins in the third set of 10 games, and I think 6 wins in the second set of 10 games, first set of 10 games. So I had 2 bad runs there. I'm hoping next weekend, with the fact that I won't be playing on the pack-only account, that I'll be able to really kind of focus. Because what I did this evening was just break my games up. After I lost that one on penalties, I ate some food, I went and got a drink, I just kind of walked away from the console for 15, 20 minutes, and I've still got 9 games left on that other account, which I don't have time to play. But I wouldn't have had time to sit there and chill out after that, you know, that undeserved loss. I would have just gone into the next game angry and probably would have lost. I did get battered by one guy. He had such a bad team as well, weird team. He had Gabriel Jesus in centre midfield. He had like really low rated players, and if ever I've said to you guys that team means nothing, that's there to show it. He didn't just beat me, he smashed me. Like, he was just a considerably better player than me. To my surprise, he's never ever featured in the top 100. I wonder if maybe he's just come onto Xbox over PS, or he's changed his gamer tag perhaps, I don't know, but I've never ever seen him before. But we get Elite 3, I actually got to 28 wins with 1 game left, and I asked Twitter, I said, what should I do? Should I stay on to Gold 1 and save the 2 100k packs for Team of the Season, or should I try and get to Elite 3? And the general consensus was go for Elite 3, because if you fail, you're going to get the 2 100k packs for Team of the Season, and if you succeed, the Team of the Week next Wednesday, or this, well, in 2 days, or the Team of the Week for this Elite pack will be amazing. There's some incredible players that are going to feature. So what I'll do is I'll open the Team of the Week pack, and it'll probably be monthly rewards this month as well. So we'll get monthly rewards and the Team of the Week pack, and I'll save the 100k pack. I've also done marquee matchups. I didn't record any of it. I'd be honest, I thought I pressed the record button and I just didn't. But I've done the marquee matchups, and I opened the consumables pack. I've got nothing of note in the consumables pack. We've got a Jumbo Premium Gold pack, a Gold Players pack, a Prime Gold Players pack, and an Electrum Players pack that we will save for Team of the Season. We're genuinely going to start saving packs now for Team of the Season. No matter what promo comes out between now and then, I'm not gonna waste the coins on that. Also, as per our investments, this Felipe Luis is very much raising. I think he's about 130 now, maybe 135. There was one there for 140, 137, 130. So we'd get a minimum of 130 for each one. So when I want those coins back, I've got 3 of those Felipe Luises. That's 100,000 coins, no problem. The Carlos Vela and the Keane, I don't know if they've started to spike yet. It's 20,000 for Carlos Vela. I mean, I picked him up for 18,000, so I could make 1,000 coins on him, which isn't too bad. And then for Keane, he's up at 21,000. That's clearly someone trading coins over. He looks like he's about 21,000, maybe 20 to 21,000 for Keenan. I bought him for 17,000, so a little bit of profit on him. Of course, I bought this Mallow for 10,750. It looks now like he's around 14,000 coins. So made 4,000, oh wow, 11,000, Jesus Christ. But I can discard him for basically the same I bought him for. So I'm going to wait to see if EA require an SBC that has one of these dudes in. It's just going to hold on to him. And I bought a couple of Ziyech as well, guys. I probably pronounced his name wrong. He's going for under 20,000 coins. Even now, still, he's 20,000 coins or less. He's an 86 rated inform. It's very likely EA will do something again that will require high rated informs that will push his price up to 30 to 40,000 coins. You can't go wrong with buying an 86 rated inform for 20,000 coins. And then obviously you guys have seen the rest of the investments. A lot of the low rated informs that you see are just dudes I picked up. For example, the Roland I picked up. Just because he's 11,000 coins. So again, he'll be another one that, at worst case scenario, I'll lose 1,000 coins on for discarding him. One player that I'm interested in right now is Arsenal just lost 3-0 to Palace, and Sacco had another stunning game for Crystal Palace. So I wonder if now would be a good time to pick up his ones to watch card. I know it might be Townsend or Zaha that gets the inform, because they both played very, very well and got the goals. But Sakho had a great game. So looks like he's about 35,000. Let me have a look if his price has actually changed a lot. If he was like 25,000 and he's gone up, I think might not be the wisest move. So he was, yeah, he was. Oh no, that was on the 6th, 4 days ago. I mean, it was 20. He's gradually gone up 4 days before the game. But he's at 35,000 right now. I don't know if I want to invest in a couple of him, just in case he does get Team of the Week. You know, a solid performance, a clean sheet, really good work. If there's a, oh, my little thing came off. If there's a fresh one, I'll probably buy it. Is that fresh? I'll buy that at 35,000. I bet it's not there anymore. I knew it. I knew it. The fresh ones, man, they go. Let's see what we've got available. If there's another fresh one here at all. Maybe they've got fresh here. No, 13 games, man. Who plays 13 games and 84 games? I would literally rather pay like an extra 1,000 coins for a fresh one, because like with the which one did I sell? I sold what's his name? I can't remember his name. Oh, he's fresh. I'll take him at 36,250. There we go. And is this one fresh as well with contracts? No, that's the one with the games on. Is this one fresh? No, he's got 89 games on. Is this one fresh? He's got 11 games on. And is this one fresh? No. Wow, 73 games on that one. Yeah, the Murata that I picked up that was fresh, he sold. Was it the Murata? It might have been the Murata. One of the two players that I sold for like 30k over open bid price because they were fresh. So I'm more than happy to pick up a couple of Sakhos. If he doesn't get a Team of the Week, then you know, I'll take the little loss and I'll sell him. I'll sell him next time. Basically, he plays for Palace. Next time Palace play, I'm sure he'll come up again. So we'll take one more check at these. This has been there the whole time, hasn't it? So let's go up one more notch there to 37,500, and we'll see if we get one more fresh one here. Is there any freshies? Won't be him. This one's already been there. We've looked at that one. We looked at that one. We looked at this one. We looked at this one. We looked at this one. So there's no more fresh. I'll take the one fresh Sakho, guys. But that is going to be the end for today. I haven't done the adding up yet, because we'll talk about that in the kind of post-com part of the video, not the live-com part of the video. But I think this team won more games. If like I know of the set of 10 that I just played, I got both losses with the main team, and I know in the set of 10 before that, all 4 losses came from the main team. So all 6 of my last losses, I've lost 6 out of the last 20 games, which is pretty bad, isn't it? Yeah, I just finished on 29 because I was 15-5 after 20 games. I lost 6 out of the last 20 games, and all 6 of those losses came to the main team. So I'm definitely going to now, in the next video, what we'll do in the next video is we will build, it'll be a squad building episode, it'll be all live, it'll be really long. If you guys don't enjoy those ones, that's too bad for you. But yeah, what we'll do is we'll build 4 fun teams, and I might use some of the coins that I've got to build some. Just like I've got a couple of Calcio A players that I like, I might just build a Calcio A team, and then next weekend we might play with 3 or 4 different teams instead of 1 or 2 teams, just to see how it goes. However, this man is just an absolute machine. That's now 103 goal contributions in 79 games, 77 goals in 79 games, and you could probably wipe off 5 games off of him where he played, but he didn't get to touch the ball or do anything because I got a rage quit so early on. So even though it says 79, 77, it's probably closer to like 74 games, 75 games and 77 goals. He's just an absolute menace, and his stamina levels don't really matter until extra time. As long as you keep his fitness 99 at the start of every game, you'll be fine. As long as you're not like running him ragged, he's fine. And also, I'll tell you something as well, guys. I don't know what his stats are going to look like. So 79 games, 34 goals, 26 assists. So that's 60 goal contributions in 79 games. And given the fact that he actually gets subbed off quite a lot, because I go from the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, where he's a striker, into the 4-2-3-1, where he just doesn't fit the setup, he comes off a lot around the 60th minute. So that, given that, those are not bad stats. I've actually really started enjoying using this Lukaku at striker. So yeah, we'll build some teams, and then based on what the weekly and monthly rewards are that we get, if it's monthly, I hope it is, based on what the weekly and monthly rewards we get are, we'll upgrade our teams where we can. But that'll be the next episode. But this, guys, is going to be the end of the video. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.